There are other different types of dementia, and depending upon where the difficulties lie, that in the illness determines the course of treatment.
Yes, you can. All you have to do is want to do it.
Yes.
Want to be it.
When you set your mind to it, and this is who you are, and
the grown men. We have the youth that we need to mentor, and we need to inspire, and we need to motivate. But I know, as a recent conversation between you and I, that you're also in the business of motivating grown men. Through that, I'm supposed to see God in it at every turn. So me going to the Sea of Galilee was to remind me of that, to refresh myself of that. It is all under control, that He does have it. It's just as clear as that fresh water that I saw.
Y.O.U, hosted by LaShawn Walker, Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. EST.
Welcome, everyone, to Y.O.U, a show that wishes to spread a spirit of peace and love in the world, one conversation at a time. We want to encourage you to support the endeavors of those people in your community. Make sure that you stand up with them in anything that they're trying to accomplish. Become part of their mission. Contribute in some way and some form, and let them know that you support everything that they're doing and hope that they can accomplish success in their goal. I am your host, LaShawn Walker. I'd like to welcome you in. Please like, share, and follow. Tell everyone that we're on right now. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. You know, I've been promoting so many different events lately, so I've been so busy. I'm really tired, honestly, but I've got so much more to do. There's another event coming up next weekend, and I'm actually preparing for that. I also have a packed show for you guys today, so I kind of want to dig in real quick to what I've been up to. And what I've been up to is really empowering our women. This past weekend was the Defining You Life Fitness Center Season of Soul. It was an amazing event that I put on with these amazing women in my life, and basically it was about us staying lit through the darkness. Fall is coming, folks, and it's actually already here. It's cold outside, the leaves are changing, our moods change. Time is just slowly happening to us, and unfortunately sometimes we get a little depressed, we start to slow down. Maybe some of us are just faced with a lot more activities than we're usually accustomed to at this time of year, or we're just lazy and we don't want to do anything. So I kind of spoke to that at this event. We shared how we can transform our minds and strengthen our bodies and enlighten our souls during this time of year. It's so important that we stay in the fight and maintaining that work-life balance, in addition to us keeping that fire for the rest of the season. I mean, everybody has a lot of things that they have to contend with on a monthly, yearly, and even daily basis, but we have to ensure that we self-care. We have to ensure that we take care of ourselves. I have so many pictures, and through the weeks I will be showing you. I got so much great feedback about, you know, how everyone enjoyed the event, what they got out of it, and more importantly, how it stirred up something inside of them. Every last one of them walked away with something. They received something very important, and they want to now work on themselves, make themselves better. That's what that event was about, to encourage each other, to uplift each other, to pour into each other, and let each other know that we support one another in all of our goals and our dreams. There is nothing too big or too small that we can't handle, and I'm sure with the support of all those women in that room and all of the other women yet to come, because Defining You Life Fitness Center is looking to help you to curate that workshop, that program, that seminar, that idea of what you are looking for in renewing and restoring yourself. We want to provide that for you. So again, we will be sharing more information later, but it was truly an amazing event. I left there also very filled, even though my voice is still cracking, if you could tell, and I'm still a little exhausted. It was a lot, but I enjoyed it immensely. And then the next day, I didn't even have a time rest. I actually ran to Connecticut so I could hobnob Snob with the Rich and Famous. I was hanging out with my friend Shefik, and he also had our friend Nettie came along to the Colorectal Cancer Alliance event, which was hosted by Craig Melvin and his wife Lindsay. Craig Melvin, I don't know if you're aware, is the reporter on the Today Show. His brother unfortunately passed away from colon cancer, and he decided that he was going to start this organization to bring awareness and support and funding for colon cancer. I have a very dear friend that passed away last year from colon cancer, and it is so important that we get screened early. They used to tell us to do it at 50 or after 50 years old, but there are actually people that are getting this disease at 30 and 35. So it is so important that we go out there and we take care of our bodies and we listen to them as well. The event was star-studded. We had Hootie, Darius there, and a member of, oh my God, I forgot the name, but it was truly amazing, and I hope that they received all of the money that they needed in order to keep this organization going. So I want to just go right into how important it is for us to support our communities and everything that they're doing. My beautiful queen that I have here ever so often, Miss Selene Ferdinand, is a huge bright star in my life, and also her communities as well. She stands up for the youth in her community. She pours into them, and she's also a huge activist and advocate in her community. Not to mention that she is the New York National American Miss Preteen Queen. And so I wanted to talk to her real quick about what's going on in her world. And I also wanted to speak to the cast of These Days. We've had them on the show before, so I want to talk to them as well about what's going on with them. So first we're going to talk to Selene, but the name of the show, or the title rather, is What's New With You? And we're going to start with Selene Ferdinand. So I'd like to welcome the queen herself, Miss Selene Ferdinand. And looking at your pictures first, we're going to check out what you've been doing lately. So apparently, this young lady has been in the community with the homecoming. They had a homecoming celebration on Saturday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it was the football game and homecoming, which Gabby was a part of homecoming court along with a few other of my friends. And their outfits and everything, they were gorgeous, and just the smiles and that confidence they had in themselves when they went up there and received their crowns and sashes.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, let's show a few pictures of what was going on. That was a kind of shaky intro for you, my friend. I usually have like your bio, but unfortunately, because of the fact that everyone knows you already, I don't have to read like everything that you do. But again, let's show a few pictures of what you did this weekend. So it was the homecoming. Apparently, the few kings and queens, they were awarded that day with their crowns?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. So what, did they have a football game, or did they bring it in? They canceled it?
They had the football game. They played it in the rain.
Wow.
And we did leave a little early because we were going to stand out in the rain, of course.
Right.
But the Spartans did really good. We were cheering for them so hard.
Well, did they win?
I think so, because we didn't say till the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I understand. Well, yeah, because I think you had to leave early because your mom had to come to my event. Is that what it is? I thank you so much, Mom, for showing up for me and supporting me. But yeah, no, you actually came to the event as well, so I do appreciate that, you stopping by, because I know that you had a full day. You're always doing something in the community. I know that you was at the Ronald McDonald House recently as well, right? Yeah.
We went to the Ronald McDonald House with my Girl Scout sisters and my Queen sisters, and we made dinner.
Nice.
So I made chow mein. One of my Queen sisters, she made quesadillas, and then my Girl Scout sisters, they made Rasta pasta, which turned out so good.
Nice.
They didn't need the help of an adult at all.
Oh, that's great.
They made it all by themselves.
That's amazing. Well, I know that I had some Rasta pasta at my event as well, and actually it is so, so good. So to know that some young kids made that and it was still delicious, I might have to try theirs as well. Are you planning on going back to the Ronald McDonald House?
I think very frequently this year.
Please put that on the menu, okay?
Yes.
That's the next dish I want to try. So I also understand that you were able to participate in New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
That sounds amazing. I wanted to go so bad. Tell us a little about that event.
Well, I modeled for Mark DeFang, which is actually one of the sponsors for National American Miss, which is one of the reasons that I got into this fashion show.
Okay.
And so I really owe all of my experience to National American Miss with such great opportunity of this day, and it really made me feel so confident and outgoing.
Wow.
Like, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, which made me feel so empowered, and it just really like I could accomplish things.
Yeah, no, I could tell, my friend. You were strutting down that runway with confidence. Let's show a few of those pictures. Look at you. You were gracing the stage with such beauty, my friend. How did you feel walking in that fashion show? I mean, there were quite a few young girls, but also adults there as well, right?
Yeah.
Were you nervous with all the people in the audience?
Actually, surprisingly, there wasn't a lot of people, but there was like a good amount. Honestly, it was a little nervous because this is like something that streams like worldwide.
Right.
And it really was nerve-wracking, however, so exciting.
Yeah.
And like just thrilling.
Yeah, no, I could tell. And again, I could see the passion that you have. I understand this young man, the owner and the of the fashion show, the gentleman that designs the clothing and the shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
He's been around for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Have you modeled for him before?
No, this is my first time modeling.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
that's wow. Did you come home with any of the things that you modeled, any of the clothes?
So actually, this is one of the shoes that I got,
Oh, wow. Very nice.
and I got the romper that I modeled. And so we got to keep our outfit, and I got a little sparkly bag.
Nice.
Yes.
That is very cool. So tell me, like, in terms of the fashion show, this isn't your first one, right?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Do they choose you? He asked specifically for you?
Yeah. There was a couple other girls. It's not my first time. I've done New York Fashion Week once before, but I modeled for Brand A.
Oh, okay.
Which is like they design clothes and they give it to us to model and stuff. But it's also an organization that supports kids with autism too.
That's wonderful. See, I love that. How long have you been involved with that organization?
Brand A, I have been modeling for quite a while, probably since I was like very, very little.
Really?
Yes.
That is amazing. And you're giving back also to the autism community, which is amazing. Tell me how you feel about that. I mean, do you have any friends with autism?
No, I
really? But you understand, obviously, their plight and want to give back and contribute in any way.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So National American Miss, as always, and we always share that on this show, has just really empowered you and taught you so much about being a young woman with self-esteem. So let's talk about that a little deeper. I mean, considering you was just in this fashion show, and I'm sure you got so much other stuff going on, what are you learning now that you're on the path to nationals in a couple of months?
Well, I'm learning to just really persevere and just get through it, because now there's even more speeches that I have to memorize, especially now. I got my intro down, now to get my red carpet correspondent, which is an optional contest for like public speaking, like being a correspondent, like a strong speaker, and then I say the same speech live on the actual national stage.
Wow. So you're being trained for that? You have someone that actually coaches you on a regular?
I have a pageant coach, her name, and she coaches me from modeling to speaking and interview, everything that is based in through pageants and stuff.
Right, I see what you're
Yes.
saying. So nationals are on the way. How do you feel? Are you excited?
I am so excited.
Really?
Like, especially because there's going to be so many events, not only the competitions, but there's going to be parties and themed rehearsals.
Wow.
And they're also going to have a disco party for only the parents.
That's amazing.
And they said that the parent who has the best outfit gets a cash prize.
I know your mother loves that, right? I love that. So in terms of the nationals, who's coming? Like, is it all of the queens from all of the states and also internationally that are coming to compete?
Yes.
Wow.
So there's two different pageants. So it's National American Miss, which is the pageant I'm competing for, and then IJM, which is the pageant I competed for last year. And so it's one combined international powerhouse.
Okay.
And the whole thing is called the I Am Pageant Powerhouse.
Nice.
So for IGM, it's an international pageant with girls from all around the world. But for NAM, it is a national pageant, which is girls from each and every state in this in the U.S.
Nice. I love that. So all of the sisters that I saw you with a couple of months ago, all of these beautiful young ladies will be there competing as well.
Yes.
So are you keeping in touch with all of them? Are you guys supporting each other while you're on this journey now?
Yes. I actually got some of their phone numbers at States, so we've been in contact. And some of them are doing All-American, which is a part of NAM, but it is a blue banner.
Right.
So it is for the girls who topped,
Right.
who got into the top 5 and stuff, and then the other girls who still want to compete.
Right. Okay.
And so the state queens, which is like me and like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, we all compete at the actual main.
I love it. I love it. Well, I understand your community is coming together, as I mentioned earlier in the show, that we need to come together to support each one of our endeavors. And I know that your community is always supporting you, but you have an event coming up soon. And this event is to send you off in grand style for the Nationals that is coming up in what, November?
Yes.
In November. You're going to be like 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us a little about this party that you have going on. I think we have a flyer of your National American Miss Send Off. What is that about? How can we get involved? And yeah, tell us a little about it.
So the send-off will be on October 7th.
Okay.
Which is, the community is actually throwing this for me. So everyone's just hopping in and support catering and that stuff.
Nice.
And so it's really just a community event where we all get together and to support me and just to really get support. And it makes me feel so happy that my community cares and is always there to support me.
Yeah, I love the fact that they do. They come out for you all of the time. But I think it's also because you're a great representation of a youth in your community. Aw, I hope you feel better. So because you have mirror empowerment and because, you know, you're gracing the stage all of the time, I know that they so love that fact that you're pouring into all of the youth and showing them that it can be done. And actually, I know that you have a whole bunch of young girls that are looking up to you. And I know that NAM had a lot to do with that as well. You want a tissue? I think we need a tissue.
Nope.
So, yeah, and water. Yes, please get us some water, and we'll show a picture in the feel about this journey. Are you positive that you're going to win? Are you giving it your all? You ready?
Well, I'm going to try. And I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Let's mom bring the water, yes. Thank you. Aw. Take your time, sweetheart. But yes, so the National American Miss is in November, and they will be choosing the preteens, and they'll be choosing the National American Miss for the older categories as well, right? The older levels as well. All right. So take your time because I know, you came in, feel like your allergies are bothering you. So take your time. But I just want to know before we let you go anyway, tell me a little about, what National American Miss means to you. Now that you've won this amazing award and you're going into the Nationals, tell me what's about them and what they're offering to not just you but other people.
National American Miss has left a big impact in my life, and they have poured so much into me, and all my accomplishments are due to National American Miss. And sorry.
Oh, take your time. Go ahead. Oh, wow. I don't think you feel very well. All right, so you know what? I'm just going to let you go because I do have next guests and I don't want you to not be feeling well while you're speaking, okay? So I'd like to thank you so much, Selene. I want you to go take a breath. I want you to get some water. I want you to feel better first and foremost, okay? You are seriously a queen because I know you said you weren't feeling that great before you got here, but you battled through anyway. That's a testament of a true queen, my friends. So you just make sure that you take care of yourself, okay? All right, perfect. All right, so we're going to move on real quick to our next show for quite some time. They are actually coming on to actually share what is new with them. And we're going to discuss their new movie that is soon coming out called These Days. So we're going to be speaking with them, Victor Perez, Billy Mayorga, and Amanda Rivera. But first, we want to show you a little clip of the trailer for the movie These Days.
No sabes cómo procesar ese trauma queda con nosotros. ¿Y sabes lo que pasa después de ese trauma? Ese trauma continúa
Mira, voy a hablar inglés, en Spanglish, tú sabes. Lo que veo, vaya.
time.
Shit. Yo. You okay?
That is so good. I cannot wait to see that movie. Today we'll be talking about the coming of age story of a young El Salvadorian artist played by Billy Mayorga Reyes as he navigates life in the streets of Brentwood, Long Island. We are here today with the producer and the cast members. Victor Perez is a producer for These Days, a film about teenage life in the streets of Brentwood. He is actively involved in his community as an organizer, a policymaker, and an advocate for education, nutrition, the environment, and the fine arts. Billy Mayorga is from Brentwood, New York. His dad is from Guatemala, and his mom is from El Salvador. The freshman enjoys social studies, but he also enjoys acting. He landed the main role in These Days. He learned about the project through a counselor, Luis Romero, who works at a youth nonprofit organization called Strong. And we also have Amanda Rivera here, born in Long Island, raised by her Salvadorian mother. She learned her mother's firsthand account of fleeing the Civil War, assimilating into American culture, and stories from back home. These stories of resiliency and others have shaped her desire to advocate for social change through film. More so, she is proud to work with such a talented cast of people from her community. We also were supposed to have Johnny here, but unfortunately he was unable to make it. So please help me welcome Victor, Billy, and Amanda. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hello.
Oh my God, it is so great to see you after a year of getting this done and also doing this and getting this project completed through the pandemic with all of the other issues that come along with being indie films. So I am so happy and proud to hear that everything is moving forward and you guys are doing well. So real quick, Billy, main star of this movie. My God, I think you grew like 3-4 feet, my friend. Like, what's going on? How have you been?
Just navigating through life. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just getting there.
No, I totally understand. I don't want to, continue without mentioning, unfortunately, since the last time you were here, you lost your mom. So I just want, you to know that we extend our prayers and our love to you. And so sorry, but I know that she is shining down on you right now, my friend, and so happy and proud of you. This is going to happen. We're going to see him on the screen like Brad Pitt. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I know him. That's Billy. And you better not forget me, my friend, when you get famous, okay? I'm just saying. So how has everything, seriously been? Now the film is going to be, shown at a film festival. How have you been feeling?
Well, to begin with, it was a long process, and like I had said before, like I had told the director Junior, it's going to be a long process, but at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it.
Yes.
It is, we got ourselves into 2 film festivals, and
I love
hopefully, elevate, That's what I had told the director and everything.
I love that. Well, Amanda, I know you're part of the crew, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little about, your job, your position, and your role, and what it meant to you. I've never met you before, but I know what these guys went through. You tell me as a woman, what was it like going through this process?
For me, it's one of those things that I never could have really imagined before, because I never really grew up, and most of you could attest to this, but I never really grew up with prominent Salvadorian filmmakers or creatives. Mm-hmm. So, I appreciate those who are, now taking the steps to do so. But
yes.
For me, finding community within, literally my backyard meant so much to me.
Yeah.
And it was like a bridge between wanting to pursue my dreams and also connecting with people from my culture. And to me, that was like, a different echelon of emotions that makes it more worthwhile.
No, I could imagine.
So, yeah, part of my job was actually, seeking out other actors, and also coordinating between everybody, making sure we get to set on time, and working alongside Victor and Junior, making sure that the vision that Junior had in mind goes from script to actualization of what he
envisioned. I totally get that. So I'm sure when you heard the story, you connected with it in some form.
Yeah.
What did it speak to when you read it? How did it speak to you?
Well, when I read it, I resonated it with on different levels. Like, for example, I grew up with also a single mother, and I know the struggles of trying to be there, trying to be present, trying to go to school events, and then sometimes, she can't, or someone else, might have to step in, but, I understand the hardships of that.
Yeah.
And then also just not really knowing how to, I guess, speak to anybody. So I know sometimes I would just, for me personally, my escape was movies. I would just watch films and I would just lose myself in that.
Wow.
So in the story with Billy, like, he uses his mural and his art to express how he feels, but with me that was just watching films and enjoying them. And figuring out, oh, maybe I could be like a film critic, or maybe I could write something, or
this is what I'm saying, and
so,
look what you're doing right now.
making it
That is
happen.
amazing, and you're
So-
setting the foundation with this new film. I really love that.
Thank you.
Well, Victor, I'm saying, my friend, it's been a road. It has been,
Yes.
but you have made it. Congratulations. That clip is amazing. I cannot wait to see it. I know that you've been working very hard to make sure that the editing was completed, that it was a finished package, and now you actually have 2 film festivals, and these aren't any little rinky-dinky movie theaters either, my friend. We're talking like the Regal, okay? So talk to me about that process. How did you finally sum this up? How did it make you feel? But start first, how did you finally close it, button it down?
Well, after the film was completed, it didn't end there.
Right.
We continued to have our regular meetings on a weekly basis, and what was the next step for this process of the film to get it to the right hands of the right people, to have it. The goal is to have it into either HBO Max or Hulu or Netflix, and so we were working diligently as far as doing a lot of research with independent distributors and producers, and putting a task in hand as far as building small teams and committees where one will be focusing on independent writing the list of distributors, and then the other team will be focusing on certain festivals that we need to apply for, because it is important to do both, because it's a challenging road ahead for any independent filmmaker. So. And this is as the first time as a producer for the film. I see that it's not easy, and I see how some indie producers or small companies, indie films can actually they could wear down if they don't have the right team, and it is it's a lot of work for sure. I mean just trying to organize and scheduling and bringing people along as a team and getting it all together and making sure that everybody's on point. It's a lot of work.
No,
it's not
I can
easy,
imagine.
and it's just making sure that we continue to communicate within the community, and that with our great the great team that we have, we were fortunate to again land 2 great huge festivals right in our backyard, right in New York, where we wanted it actually. And this is hopefully we're scratching the surface, and hopefully we'll break that barrier where new opportunities, new filmmakers in Long Island, in our backyard, can start making films, bringing the resources in, working with local officials and state officials, so they could see that Long Island, there's opportunity
here.
There's opportunity here.
Exactly.
So that's where we're if anything, out of all this, if we could open up new opportunities for Long Island,
that would be important. No, I understand that, and I know it had to be hard, especially when you're grassroots, and you're trying to fund this yourself. You're trying to use the talent of everyone involved, and even get in education for some of the talent so they can learn other levels of the production and editing and everything that goes involved with the film. But I love the fact that you guys never gave up. That's what I love. The fact that you were faced with the pandemic, the fact that you were faced with, the film is almost complete, but now we need this, that, and the third, and you didn't have necessarily the resources to get that done. But you traveled. I saw you at all kinds of events and film festivals and all types of things, learning and trying to hone in on what you needed in order to get this complete. So I'm so happy. What was you going to say?
Well, it's like your earlier guest, Sabine the Queen, right? We're showing what we can do, and she's opening up new doors for her, so that way she could see that there is opportunity for young ones like her.
Yeah, no, that's very, very important. I love that. So tell me now, Billy, this film festival is about to happen in a couple of weeks. What you feeling inside, my friend? Are you ready to for everyone to see you on stage or to see you on film? Because you're going to turn into a rock star like the very next hour. You're going to be going viral. Brentwood and Wyandanch, that whole area is going to be on fire. Come on, talk to me, buddy.
I feel like, it's going to be like wow, like, you know, finally, like, you know, it's this that time. But I just know I'm gonna be really nervous. I don't know, like, I don't know. Like, I know once I leave, like, everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's that kid. You know? Like,
Yep.
yeah, so,
exactly.
you know, I just gotta prepare myself for that.
He's gonna do great though.
No, he
We've
is.
seen him like I said, just not study the script, but really embrace the script.
Yeah.
And when he's on set, it's go mode.
Yes.
Like you're super serious.
Yeah.
It's really amazing
Like, I
to
can
witness.
go from fooling around and the moment he's
Yeah.
like action.
Your action. That means that you're literally embodying that part, that you're becoming that role. And I think that's important.
I don't think it took much to like become that character because I was really living that same life type stuff. So it didn't really take much to get into character.
Wow.
I really am.
I like that.
I really did, like, how do I say this? Relate to the character.
Right.
So it didn't take much. It was just like I had a different name.
I hear
swear to
you.
God.
I hear you.
It's like,
That's it.
Yeah.
And you was just playing you.
yeah, I was just playing along.
Well, I'm saying I don't want to give anything away, you know, in terms of the plot to the movie, or the ending rather, but it's been a year. Have you seen yourself resonating even more with your character? Have you grown, you know, from that person? Because again, there is a message to that story.
There is a message to that story.
So how do you feel about who you've become, you know, throughout this year?
I don't know, you know. But
You still
still
changing
figuring
it,
it
still
out. Yeah,
figuring it out.
figuring it out.
Aw, that's
changing
good.
it,
I love it. So Amanda, I mean, your role here obviously is to make sure everything is functioning
Yep.
properly. So your excitement when this was finally, you know, is coming into fruition.
Yeah, of what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's funny because I went to a film festival, the New York Latino Film Festival earlier, to go see my friend's short, and I was so happy for her and proud of her, and to see her reaction of seeing her work on screen.
Right.
Like I don't even know what that feels like yet, but I know that we're all gonna be exploding with happiness and
Yes.
just gratitude of all the work, the hard work we put forth, and yeah. So I mean, for me personally, I'm not saying I'm in denial about it because I'm just like, until I see it happen, then I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is real, you know? Because right now we're just on go mode, like
Right.
preparing
Right.
and also just trying to galvanize as many people as possible to see it,
Right.
and hopefully talk about it, and at the end of the day, open up a dialogue about both the brilliance of Brentwood, the people involved in it, and also, you know, the other serious topics that are discussed within this film.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to just witnessing all of that and, yeah, putting ourselves on the map.
Well, tell me about the brilliance in Brentwood. I know, you know, the guys that I've met so far, yes, there is brilliance there, but you tell me specifically.
So you know what I just found out recently? There's today actually.
Wow.
There is someone who is part of the Golden State Warriors, and he's Salvadorian, Dominican, and Puerto Rican.
Wow.
From Brentwood, and he reps Brentwood like pretty hard.
You see?
Yeah.
You see?
He's 22 years old. I think his name is Lester Quinones, and he talks about his identity deeply.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, you know, this is great. This is a person who, you know, embodies his community, his neighborhood, and look at him go. Like
Exactly.
he's literally in the NBA. Like,
Thank you. That's,
you know,
that's important as well, because you have to think about that. You're now repping your culture. So, you know, do you feel a weight, you know, of doing that? Not at all?
I mean, me personally, I feel like I represent like my people in a good way. Like, you know, whatever any other type of like, whatever you see on the media, my people, it's all like biased.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all biased.
I hear you. Well, how important to you, Victor? Because I know, you are very proud of your culture and your roots as well. And I know that you want the world to have a little sneak peek into what it's about. But how important is it for this film, to represent your culture and to introduce, a community of El Salvadorians that are out there doing great things and achieving amazing things in their community and being actors and coming out of the brilliance of Brentwood, like all of that.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you feel.
Well, I think we're just one of many people in Long Island that are doing great things. I mean, your earlier guest, Selene, is obviously tremendous, is what she's doing and at a young age. And so people like her and other people in Long Island, I don't want to discredit anybody because everybody's is also doing their own thing. And like Amanda said, the NBA player for Golden State Warriors is just an example that, if you put your mind to it and you put all the hard work, everything will pay off. And so to me, it's, we've, obviously we didn't land here by accident. It's all about, our work ethic as a Salvadoran, as a Salvadoran culture, we do, it is a lot of resilience, but also as Latinos as well.
Right.
In this country, what we've done, so it just shows that, what a better opportunity, right, where we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and now, we're giving this 2 film festivals that came out during the Hispanic Heritage Month. So this is like a, it's like a slam dunk.
Yes.
Oh
my goodness.
So we're to me, I've been very happy at what we've done, the amount of work that we've done, and I know that the more work we continue to do, the more successful we're going to be. So I know that, it's just more of just continuing the hard work that we continue to do on a daily basis.
Now, this film it's in English and Spanish, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I saw a portion of it in Spanish. So, what do you hope people get out of this film? For you.
I hope like people can get an insight of what it's like to be a teenager. I feel like it's different from back then and now. It's really different, I guess you just have to watch the movie to see it, to know what I'm talking about when I say that.
So you just want us to wait until October. What day is that?
October
8th. October 8th.
At the Hamptons International Film.
Very few words. So what do you hope, that people are able to see and get from this film?
So what I hope that people can get from this film is that, because I know oftentimes, especially like in media and so forth, Brentwood kind of gets, a myriad of different narratives. Yes, thank you. And, I really want to highlight that, we're just, people who live here are just genuine people just trying to make the best of the circumstances that they're in.
Right.
And what I hope, like I said before, is just that we can open this dialogue up a bit. And also, if this film inspires other filmmakers or creatives of like Central American or whoever, or just Long Islanders in general to come together and, I know that there are stories out there that are really like, waiting
to be told.
You just need to find the right people who you can connect with and make it happen.
No, I totally get that.
So that's what I hope to witness at the end of the day.
No, I think that is what's going to happen. If people are going to be able to connect to the story, it's so local, and everyone, even regardless if you live in Brentwood, you have that neighborhood in your area.
Right.
So it's just a matter of you just connecting with the identity of the person, and every kid in every community goes through the same thing that your character has gone through. So let me ask you, Victor, again, the hard, long road to get to this point. But what is the most important message that you think this film has to offer?
a lot of it has to do with community involvement, helping each other out, getting parents and educators and nonprofit organizations to work together. So, so there is programs for the youth that they could do after school programs. So that way they're not, just wandering around after school and not doing it. Pretty much, trying to get them away from trouble.
Right.
So I think that's important, and that's why I think it's important that with the film, it brings more resources to our communities, so we can inspire our youth to create more, hopefully more film creators in Long Island.
Right.
So that way, there's an opportunity for them to, fulfill their dream for those who are following, the arts and filming.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love that too. And what about you, Billy? Do you think that you'll sort of move into, other areas of the entertainment field? I know you love acting, but is there anything else that interests you at this moment as well in that world?
I make music.
Okay.
I'm all platforms.
Okay.
So,
He multi-talented, multifaceted. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm planning on going to school for videography. I want to learn how to make music videos and for mixing and engineering because I have my own little music group with my friends. So it's
Nice.
I want to learn how to do all that, and hopefully, if this goes well, I'll obviously pursue acting too.
It will go well. It will go
No, it
well.
definitely will.
Yeah, it will go well. If you hadn't got this call, this casting call from Lewis, where do you think you would be right now?
Probably still making music.
So you were already doing that before you?
Nah, I mean, I was learning how to mix and stuff on FL Studio, I was only in 6th grade. I had learned how to jailbreak the app and everything. So
Interesting. Okay, so I'm glad that you're not there. Thinking, this is perfect. You got the call right in time, my friend. You really, really did. So did you, seriously, growing up in your community, in your neighborhood, and I know, there's negative stigmas on the yes, exactly, and the media and everyone creates their own narrative that is not true to the actual core of the people. But what kind of dreams did you see outside of your community? Did you see bigger and better than where you are? Could you imagine it?
I don't know.
Really?
I feel like, I don't know.
I don't know, you're turning red right now. Should I move on to the next guest? All right, I'm going to move on. I think I scared them, folks. I didn't scare you. But what about you? Again, proud of who you are. I understand that you so reverence your mother for everything that she's been through. Tell me a little about what her struggle was and how that makes you, want to be the person that you are and pursue your dreams.
It's funny because my mom, when she came here, she was 12. And so she kind of just went through, being the eldest daughter, basically taking care of the family since my grandfather had left, at a very young age. And so she really never had the opportunity to really venture out into what she wanted to because, like I said, you're placed in that position. And there's no room for that. And then she became a young mom, and she had me. But I think just growing up, she just always wanted to support me in the ways that that she didn't have. So she was never like, you need to do this, you need to do that. She was just like, you do whatever you need to do that makes you happy. I will support you no matter what. And I'm always so appreciative of that till this day.
Yeah.
Because she never, like I said, she never made me feel like I had to do something I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And that in itself, it's because of her support and her love, I'm doing what I want to do.
Which is so important because nowadays the parents are, trying to make the kids move in the direction that they would have wanted to move.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate a lot of children don't want to do that, and then they're stuck resenting their parents, being in some type of job that they don't enjoy, and it's truly, truly unfortunate. So the fact that she's poured enough love into you to let you realize that you are strong enough to pursue whatever you want, and also believe that you can achieve those things and you don't have to follow the path that her parents, probably laid out for her is so important.
And it's funny, she, even like for the concept trailer, it's funny because I actually almost did not show up to the meeting with Junior because I was running late, and I was like, oh my god, I'm yeah, silly. It's silly. I have to admit it, but I was like, oh my gosh,
She's
like,
notorious.
I don't know. I know. I'm doing better with it now, but at the time I was like, oh my gosh, like it's so late. I don't know, like I'm gonna make a bad impression. Like I was super nervous, and she's like, no, just go, Amanda, just go. So we go, and we come out from it, and we meet Junior, and we're like, wow, this is really great.
Wow.
Like, it's amazing. And then once he asked me to be on board as one of the co-producers, she said, listen, like this is literally going to change both your life and everyone else's lives involved.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, I was just like, wow, I'm just doing like a film. But no. Like as things progressed, I was like, wow, like every single element, every single person who has poured their soul into this, like we all want the same big dream.
Yes.
And for me, that's like surreal to even
conceive at this
conceive,
moment.
yeah.
Yes. No, I could imagine.
So it's like you said, multifaceted
Yeah.
in that regard.
Oh my God. Well, I am so excited for you guys. And Victor, tell us real quick before we go, because time is winding down, what does it mean that you guys are at the film festival? What does that mean, and what do we have to do in order to support you, without mentioning money and stuff like that?
It means that the community, to me, has poured a lot of love and support for us. That's what that means. And one of the things that we're still not finished yet, and we still want the community to come out and see our finished product. Something that, I know they've seen bits and pieces of it, and I've been showing clips of it here and there, different conferences. But we just want the entire community now to kind of support us and showing the film on Sunday, October 8th at the Hamptons International Film Festival, and also on Saturday, October 14th at the Chelsea Film Festival in Manhattan. So those are the two festivals.
What after the film festival, then what happens?
And then, well, number one, we need the community supporter.
Okay.
And then number two, we're wanting producers and distributors to attend these film festivals so they could pick us up, purchase the film, and then have it distribute to one of those networks.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so in terms of that viewing, are your guys the only movie showing that on that time?
No, so in the festival they provide various types of movies.
Okay.
So for a week, for a couple of days.
Right.
So these festivals, they last about a week or so.
Right.
And then they're indie films as well, and so
indie films and like big picture.
Films like big budget films as well.
That is so amazing.
Yes.
So is there a time slot? Is like an all-day thing? Like, do we have to?
No. So the viewing is only one day.
It's only one day.
One day at a certain time slot.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
for Sunday, October 4th is going to be at
October
8th. I'm sorry. It's at 5:15.
5:15
at the Hamptons.
That's amazing. And all of you guys, cast and crew, everyone will be there.
Yes.
I love it. I love it so much. Well, let's put up the information about the film festival where you can actually, New York City premiere is on Saturday that's the 14th?
14th.
Yes.
The 14th. Okay, so the New York City premiere is on the 14th, but the Hamptons premiere is on the 8th. Yes. That is amazing. Have you ever been to either one of those studios?
No, this will be my first time.
Looking forward to it, right?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. All right, so before we go, again, thank you guys so much, but what would you like to share, Billy, with the viewers?
Watch the movie.
You understand? That's how we do.
I know this is gonna put a better, like, it's going to display my community in a better way.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that happens in Brentwood, and, you know, hopefully this changes the narrative.
I love it.
Some people have, but yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here, my friend, Mr. Man of Few Words. I can't wait to see you shine, my friend. I told you better not forget me. All right. All right. And you, Amanda, what would you like to share with the viewers?
Just kind of picking back of Billy a bit. Like I hope like this changes the narrative a bit, and I hope that we can there's strength in numbers in terms of support, and yeah, if you have a vision, start it now, because time is of the essence, and people are seeking what you have to say.
Yes.
And what you have to say is super important.
Yes, I love that. Oh my God, I love that, Amanda. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And you, Mr. Big Producer Victor, my friend, tell me, what would you like to share? And yeah, what's on your heart?
Well, pretty much I just want to say for my Long Island people and my New York people, just to come and meet us at the film festival. Let's talk.
We don't bite.
Yeah, you know, meet the cast and crew, and let's start that dialogue, whatever dialogue you want to discuss, and that, you know, that way you can meet us, and we could, you know, we could start talking about future projects.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, and there's so many to get done. Like
Yep.
you said, everyone has a story to tell. I am a big proponent of that. That is why we have our Unity,
Yes.
is to get the stories out there that no one would necessarily hear in their community.
Yes,
So
thank you so much.
No
Thank you.
problem. No
Appreciate it.
problem. No problem. And they should. I want you guys to support this film. I want you to support these guys. They have been doing amazing work in their community, and this film is something that everyone needs to see. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. So it's now time to get to the Dare to Be You.
Oh.
And the Dare to Be You is people working together in a strong community with a shared goal and a common purpose can make the impossible possible. And that's exactly what not only Selene, Ferdinand, our first guest, has done, but also these amazing actors and producers of the film these days. They have gathered their community, galvanized their community. They have literally sat in their community and shared all the things that they want to accomplish, and they back them in that effort. And now the impossible is happening. The dreams is actually becoming a reality. Things that they hoped for is being realized. So we need you to, in your community, support all of those who have some type of mission that is resonating with your heart. Help them change the narrative on what's going on in their community and contribute to the change that the world needs. I'd like to thank you guys so much for being here. My beautiful Selene, thank you for being here as well. I hope you feel better, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. And I will see you guys next week on another episode of Our Unity. And please remember that peace and love is in the palm of our hand. So let's go out there and be some love, share some love, and give some love. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. Say good night. You say peace.
Bye.
Peace. See you later.
Strong Island Entertainment.